Pollock and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Missouri ready to kick off to get us underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So the Miami Hurricane offense will take the field to get things started. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars. And Wright and David both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can... bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box, they can take it outside, they can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. It's complete. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down. And the Canes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He might want another play. Wants to throw on 1st down. Snagged out of the air. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. The Canes are rolling down the field. Gonna look downfield again. Caught. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. The Hurricanes kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
Talking to their coaches, they said, we are going to run the ball on the first drive of this game and really see if we can establish that line of scrimmage. You've seen that early so far, and after that explosive run, they've now set themselves up here in the red zone looking to score some points.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the 1st down and get the sticks moving.
With the run on 1st and his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal to go. interceptions, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack.
Trying to get closer, and they knock it free. Defense covering it up. Letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. They'll try to power it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Miami!
Who needs a field goal when you can get a touchdown? First drive, set the tone, making a statement. 4th and goal, we are going for it. We are here for all the smoke. Nice job by this offense, capitalizing on the momentum, getting a touchdown to start this football game.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Tigers offense will have its first possession of the game. And we've got a superb matchup to watch here, David. One of the best quarterbacks in the country. And how much will he be willing to challenge one of the... corners in the land.
Well, and it's going to be more interesting to me, Jesse, do they let him make a play? Like, does he choose to go after him and believe in his ability and believe in his matchups, or do they stay away from him? Because a lot of people stay away from him. He's that good out wide that you don't want that smoke. And I'm interested to see, Jesse, if he has the onions to go after the corner and try to make plays.
Well, one thing...
He lobs one high down the left side. He's got it at the 25. A giant chunk of yardage picked up there, and they're down to the 24. What a tough break for the defense. You get a hand on the football, and they still make a big play.
Man, how difficult is that? The ball is deflected. To be able to keep your eyes on the football, continue to concentrate from a fortuitous bounce, Reese. A nice break to him, makes the catch, makes the big play down the field.
Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. Jackson will throw. He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown, Tigers. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And they tacked on the extra point. Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David. There he goes! And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. That's a way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. Looking to throw on first down. He's going for the big play. Snags it inside the 20. Touchdown, Hurricane. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
You know, Oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Rides the back on the option, the give. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run. The Tigers want to pick up the tempo.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Got his man quickly. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot, the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn that field, and you saw that right there.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down.
It doesn't matter what run play you have called, if you're running it inside or outside. If the defense gets penetration, everything is done. And you saw it on that play right there. Great job by the dude.
They were able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. He'll pull it on the read. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
Will not get there. A fourth down stop. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Using the quick game. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Trying play action. Shoots it to the left. He's got it. Races down to the 2 and stopped just short of the goal line as he goes out of bounds. Trying to pound their way in. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Canes! Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Jackson gonna throw it. Fires to the wideout. Oh, he can't hang on. That one was nearly picked off. Instead, he'll force a 4th down. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Looking for a crease. It's Boone. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and
good as an offense, knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks. And the Canes are facing 3rd and inches. They'll try to pick up the 1st through the air. Fires to the big fella. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. And the Hurricanes have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Working the middle. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Ball spotted at the 27. It's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Good timing on the quick out. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. They'll go 5 wide on 2nd and 8. Wants to throw again. Makes the grab. Smashes through the tackle. Now the connection takes it to the 11. That's now 200 catches in his career.
It's so impressive because of his dependability. This guy has been consistent, David, week in, week out. He shows up, and he makes plays.
And it's easy to coach a guy like that. Consistent, does the work, catches the football, you know where he's going to be. That's why he's got 200 catches.
And the Canes are threatening on 1st and goal. Going for 6. And that one is picked up in the end zone. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll send the back in motion. Jackson will throw. He hurls one deep down the left side. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up.
Well, you make big plays for your quarterback in the game. You catch a touchdown pass, he's going to look your way again, often, downfield like they did right there, but give the defense credit, forcing an incompletion.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Throwing right. He's got him this time. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that 1st down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Looking down the middle. Wide open downfield. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. from the gun, the ground game. Plows through the defense. And they'll knock him down. Missouri wants to go fast.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
On third down, he drops to throw. Finds his target down the middle. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field. Now on first down from the 30. Looking for room. It's Boone. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. The Canes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking downfield on first down. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Miami! And they take it in for 6 more points. A score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Bettis. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here...
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. The number one job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap. Try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
Snagged in the middle. It's Johns. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Now facing a 3rd and long. Jackson gonna throw it. Bringing the heat. And the sack. All the way back at the 5. So Missouri will have to punt it away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Based on this field position, Jesse, they need to get something on the board before the half.
And they got to be aggressive too, Reese. They've got the weapons to attack and try to steal a field goal here.
You practice these situations all during the week. You know you got to be fast, take advantage of the clock. It's stopping, making sure you're throwing the football down the field to try to get some points.
Soft spot in the middle. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. Clock still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. Looking to throw. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Hurricane! Made the grab and then did the rest himself and then put points on the board.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
Here he comes out of the end zone. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, this matchup on that field there in Coral Gables, sign me up for another half.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it, and I don't know how to describe it as a coach.
Oh, he's got some space. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score. And the Tigers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Jackson will throw. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open. They're dealing with a second and long. Back to pass. Here's the pressure. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Nice job by the defense there, killing the drive. They'd given up a lot of yards on that one, and they were on their heels. It felt like it was inevitable that this offense was going to go score a touchdown until that guy decided to take it over.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. And this kicker might be feeling it. He made one earlier, now from 49 yards out. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, one of the biggest games of the week is playing out right now. Let's check in on this top 25 battle. Alabama is in serious trouble right now, and by in trouble I mean this could get uglier than a bad prom day. They're trailing by 17 to Tennessee. Just another week of SEC football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Breaks into the open. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. The Hurricanes just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. To the air on first down. Trying to make magic with his feet.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
Looking to fire. Right on the money. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. And the Canes come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. He's got his man, makes the grab. Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important first down. Looking for room, it's Boone. He has the first and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Hurricanes back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. It's complete to the right. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll go to the ground.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Lets it go to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Canes. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Gets it out fast. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
On the option. Now the toss. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Here's a heat. And that one is right on target if his target was the first row.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. He can't wait for this game to be over.
And they stop him just short of the goal line. They'll mark it at the 1. So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. A really short kick, but you've got to have that angle just right. Right down the boulevard. Are forced to settle for the field goal.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job. On
the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. They go to the ground. Turning it on! That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And there's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
Well, this defense obviously knows they have to be able to stop the run now in the second half if they're going to win this game. And you wonder if they were able to make some tweaks and some adjustments at halftime. maybe getting some more bodies close to the line of scrimmage to give themselves a chance to come back in this game.
Fires to the tight end. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab. And the Canes will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. And it's a touchdown, but hold on just a second. We'll have to see what the flag's about. And that is a punch right in the gut to make a play like that and have a penalty wipe it out. They'll go to the air. Throws for the tight end. Complete to the right. Knocked down for the tackle. The Canes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. He tries to take the top off. That ball is intercepted at the goal line. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. On the option. Looking for more room. Still on his feet. And he froze that defender. He thought he was going to pitch it, kept it himself, and turned it into a big play. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. So 1st down will open up the final period. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Off play action. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. That big play put them in business. Now they're right on the edge of the red zone as they go to work 1st and 10. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Mizzou trying to cash in on a red zone trip. Jackson gonna throw it. Got his man on the right. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. A 1st down run on the doorstep. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
The best red zone offenses are the ones who can run the ball in this area, but that's a tough ask today, especially against this unit. One of the best 5 defenses in the nation stopping the run. This is a really big moment in this game.
Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here. Gets the back moving. Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. They're working that left side.
Man, and this is why coaches get paid the big bucks. You get the stop here. I'm down multiple possessions. Do I kick it now because it's a hard 4th down, or am I putting the foot on the pedal and staying aggressive to try to get a touchdown?
They want to throw it. Wideout trying to get it in. Touchdown, Missouri! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the extra point is good. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Got a man, it's Boone. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the first down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense under...
Converts on fourth down, still going. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly. Perfect fourth down call there. Looking to throw on first down. And it's picked off for the third time today.
And you will always remember your first. And how about that? Breaking on the football, getting an INT, the first INT. Keep the football, brother. The first of many big-time plays for this guy.
Powers ahead, gets 4. He's down at the 10. Missouri gets to the line quickly.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
The play-action fake. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job.
Lofts one high and deep. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. And the returner will be brought down. Here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
Second down, he'll throw it. Makes the catch. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. Pass completion, move the sticks in, and let's see if they try it again. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy. The Hurricanes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Throws to the wideout. Working that left side. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Timeout called by the offense. A mere 10 seconds to go in the game. Got it back on 2nd and goal. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. Turning to the running game here on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Miami! And the route is on. They put up another score here in the 4th, and they are well on their way to an 11-1 regular season.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Jackson will throw. He wants a big play here late. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative...